Hi guys, so I am on a trip. I'm on a bus and I'm going to see a friend of mine, Jill, and a friend of mine, Jenny. And so I've been a bit quiet because I'll tell you one thing on this journey that you learn when you're living in a tent. You learn about who's important and you learn about what's important, and you actually look at yourself and you realize, mistakes that you've made in your life, and you look at yourself. Oops, a bird just flew into the window. But you look at yourself and you think, could I have done this differently, or could I have done that differently? But I know wholeheartedly in my life that I have tried to be a loving, good person. There's times, obviously, there's a few things that I'm ashamed of that I've done in my life, like all of us. All I know is that the last 2.5 years has been the most challenging, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching, rewarding, life-changing, so many things on this journey. Walking over 7,000 miles, the people you meet, the people that are kind to you, the places you go, the people that cook you a meal. But at no point did I think that anyone owed it to me, or that I was freeloading off anyone, or that I was expecting anything. And if I came across that way, then I am truly, truly sorry. But I always try to bring something into the equation when I meet people. I try to listen to what's going on in their life, give them advice. I'm not just going in, to their home and getting a free meal, or going into a cafe and expecting it to be just about me. And I feel that I've tried in every way on this journey to give part of myself to somebody else and thank them wholeheartedly for being kind to me. I try to be humble. If I've not come across humble, then I apologize. And since doing this journey, I've been back, to friends and to my ex-boyfriend and other people in my life, my daughter, here in England, and said, you know what, I wasn't perfect, and I've apologized for mistakes I've made, and I've hugged them, and I've looked at myself. And there's an American show called My Name is Earl, and this guy Earl has a list of people that he wants to go back to and make amends with, or apologize to for mistakes he's made and people he's harmed and stuff like that. And all of us at one point should sit down and write that list of, because it's okay to be, to have people say, you inspire me, but you guys inspire me, and there's so many people in my life that inspire me. And I'm not all about inspiring people, because sometimes some people would say, well, why are you living in a tent? Why are you, getting freebies off people? Or why did you leave 2 children in America 14 years ago, 16 years ago? But they don't know the story behind it. Or, why did you do this? Why did you go to your ex-boyfriend's house and stand outside the door and try to talk to him when clearly he didn't want to talk to you? This was 9 years ago, but anyway, all of those things that we do, we've all sometimes thought with our hearts instead of our heads, and sometimes we thought with our, we thought with anger or hurt. I know this journey is about a coast journey, and it's raising money for the RNLI. But I know that there's many people that have either been rescued by the RNLI, and it makes them look at their life in a different way. There's people that have lost people that the RNLI have tried to help. And there's people that have wanted to commit suicide and, jumped off bridges, and the RNLI have gone to help them and stuff like that. So in some ways it's all intertwined, because a lot of times when somebody does want to end their life, they jump in the sea, jump off a bridge, jump in front of a train, and all of, things like that, because they get to the point where they just can't tolerate life anymore. But you go to friends and you hope that you can entrust in your friends your hurts and your woes and your ups and your downs. And sometimes you can't, and sometimes you sort of have to weed the weeds out from the garden of life. And I've had to do that in my life sometimes, and I'm sure people have weeded me out of their life too, because there's people that don't want me in their life. But if in any way have I come across me or show-offy and not humble and if anybody feels that I've, you know, harm them in any way, then I truly do apologize, because I've been hurt in my life, I've been broken in my life, I've been scared in my life, I've been challenged in my life, and all of those things I've gone through, I would not want to ever put on anyone's shoulders. And you know, and I've said to my ex-boyfriend Pete, I've apologized for the wrongdoing. I've said to friends, you know, you were a really good friend, and I'm sorry if I let you down at that time. And I've said to my children, you know, I haven't always been perfect, but you know, and my foster mother. So I saw my foster mother yesterday, and I said to her, you know, I'm really glad that you made us clean our house up, and you made us be organised girls. She had me and my 2 sisters and 3 girls of her own, so she had 6 girls. And I said, I'm so glad that you taught us. And one lesson she said is, when you leave your house, wear clean knickers and leave your house clean, because you don't know if you're going to get in an accident and someone's going to have to take you to the hospital. You don't want dirty knickers on, and you don't want to have someone have to go in your house and you've left a dirty house. And she taught us how to keep a tidy house, and taught us a lot. And sometimes I'm really strong in my carrying my backpack, in my walking the miles and getting rained on and snowed on and the wind blowing on me, but then I'm weak in my heart because I don't like brokenness. And sometimes when you try to fix something that's broken, you actually make it worse. But my friend Elaine that I went to school with, she said to me that her granny had a china doll, and it kept getting broken. So she would glaze it over and glaze it over. And Elaine said to her gran, you know, why have you kept this broken china doll? Why don't you just throw it away? And she said, because it's like all of us, we all get broken, and we glaze ourselves over and we become whole again, and then sometimes we become broken again and we glaze ourselves over. And you know, we all have to do that. We all are broken sometimes in our life. We're all hurt in our lives. The last 2 days I've seen beautiful family, but I've also been hurt by a couple of things, and I'm okay, and I'm here, and I'm going to see my best friend that was my best friend when I was a charity running the RSPCA shop in Chippenham, and another best friend who was working with me in a care home. So one job, when I came back from America, I was 7 years in a care home, and this beautiful, wonderful lady and mom and friend Jenny, she worked with me and she was wonderful. And then Jill, who was another charity shop manager, and we used to meet every morning for coffee. And sometimes her and her boyfriend and me and my ex would go out for meals together. And you know, I miss that old life, but it's gone because of COVID. And I tried to take all the brokenness of losing my job and losing my friends and my partner and my home, and all of that was his home, and I've tried to put that into something positive by walking this journey. And it's not always easy, so you know, if anyone feel that I'm not doing it the right way, or I'm not being humble, or you know, then please tell me. Don't say things behind my back and stuff, because I'll take any advice, good or bad. And anyway, look at this map. It's really windy out there, but the noise you're hearing is the trees. It's the trees hitting the bus. So we're going through at the moment. Where are we? Going out of Bath. All the old buildings and everything. And there's just me on the top of the bus. Anyway, guys, weed out the weeds in your life. Be in the garden of flowers. And if somebody doesn't like you or doesn't agree with you or judges you or whatever, you know, weed them out and keep all the flowers around you. They look nice, they smell nice, and yeah, like all those lovely friends. Where are we? Oh, I should have showed you that. It was really nice, look. Oh, you can't really see because the rain. You can't see because the rain. So I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you later. And thank you for supporting me on this journey. I've actually got a few ideas of what I might do with my journey to reach out to other people on this journey. So I'll tell you about it soon, and I hope it'll be a good decision. So, and I hope it'll benefit lots of you and me as well, but mostly you guys, because I'm at Banner Down Hill. I'm near Cologne. My friend Jenny lives in Cologne. Anyway, lots of love. Bye.